Mama is really struggling. She's really struggling pretty hard to get through this, but she is trying. She's persevering. So it's been a long process. As you know, she was admitted into the hospital on August 9th, and she didn't get out until August 23rd or 24th. And then we were admitted. I had done all the paperwork and already set it up. One of the nurses called over here and was like, "Hey, no one's called him to set anything up." So they finally did, and they emailed me, and then I gave them my email and information and set it all up. Well, actually, it was on her mama's email that I made for her, so that she could be admitted into here. And I gave them her identification, her all of her cards and stuff, the information that was important as far as like medical information cards. So, and I took care of all of that after we were taken from the hospital. We stayed over here with her for as long as we could, and I'm staying here all the time with her. I'm staying at this rehab facility, this physical rehabilitation facility with Mama, 24/7. I'm staying with her all the time when I can, whenever I can. It's all just taking care of her all the time, and I'm glad I am because I'm able to tell the nurses when she needs things and take care of business. But she was transferred here, and they then did the surgery at the hospital this Tuesday. So as I updated, I think on this channel, they did the surgery Tuesday, and they called me and said she's in tremendous pain, and they administered 4 different types of pain medicine to her because she was screaming in pain, and so she was in excruciating pain. I mean, unbelievable. They had to give her several things. It was the regular hydrocodone, but they tried at first the hydrocodone acetaminophen, which is the Tylenol hydrocodone. They did propofol and fentanyl and 4 different types. The other one I can't remember, but it was really a lot of pain she was in. Let's just say that it took a lot of medication, and they were hoping when she got back here that they would put the medication, her Tylenol, which is like 5 and then 325 Tylenol, acetaminophen, or acetaminophen, Tylenol, and which is the same thing. That's what I'm saying. Tylenol is acetaminophen, but they have that mixed with the hydrocodone, which is the very minimal amount of it. But she's afraid to take too much of it because she doesn't want to be. I'll just say doesn't want to be affected by all that, but by the bowels. Whatever. I'll just put it that way. So that'll affect that if you have too much of that. So she's doing good though. She's really everything's been more consistent, but she's been in so much pain again today because that surgery, they had to dilate her and they had to do a lot of things. I mean, they sent me an email of the entire list of everything that the surgeon did, everything, and it was an entire page of just all types of procedures they did during that surgery and the medicines they administered. They had to administer so many after she was coming off of the anesthesia. They had to administer, like I said, those multiple pain medications. And once she came to and was able to use the restroom, they got ready to discharge her. And of course, I got copies of all the paperwork from there because I like to keep copies of everything so I can see everything they've done, and they can email it to me as well. But I like to keep up with every detail. So then when I got back to this place, they are administering her that pain medicine every 4 hours, and the hydrocodone acetaminophen. They're administering that every 4 hours, along with a muscle relaxer, bladder spasm, the Euro Blue for pain in that particular area, and they are giving her a muscle relaxer every once in a while, and like every 6 to 8 hours or so. The pain medicine's every 4 hours, and so yep, that's what they're doing. So far, it seems as though they've done pretty good. They've taken pretty good care of her, and but it's different for every person, and every nurse is all different. I mean, that's just every one of them's different, but most of them have been really good with me, and I've worked well with them. They said they didn't know what they do here, if it weren't for me, they said I've done so much. So they really accommodated, taking care of me well as well. So I was speaking to one of the nurses just now. She walked by, but one of the employees. That's what I was doing a moment ago as well. That's why I was speaking to someone to the right of me. But yes, now she had that kidney stone blasted out, and that was on Tuesday. Then they still wanted her to do therapy that day, and then do therapy the next day. And today she did some more, but they took it easier on her. But this one guy's really good. He was really good and helped her, with ease, not overboard. So I got some water and brought it in there to the therapy room for her, so she would be hydrated. But now she's resting. She's resting. It's about time for pain medicine too, so I'm gonna go in there and tell them about that. But let them know, because sometimes they just they don't, especially after shift change. But anyway, it's been a blessing in disguise, really, because when this happened, her body was unresponsive, and this has been building for a long time, but it happened when it needed to, I suppose. And I'm staying with her all the time, every moment, and everything she needs, I'm there to help her. If she needs, clean her if she needs, take care of her, walk her, anything, and put her in the bed and cover her up and take care of her. Anything she needs, I'm there for her, and I'm proud to be. I'm glad to be there for her, and because it's my mama, you take care of family. That's what you do, and but she's getting better. She's able to get up and go to the restaurant, come back. She's able to walk. She's doing the therapy, but they said she won't be discharged for a while because of how she feels. So she's still in here, and we're still praying. I'm still praying for her, praying over her, focusing, and yeah. And most everyone here gets along with me really well, so that's great, and that's helped out tremendously as well. And yep, they said they'll probably give a 5-day notice when at 3 to 5 days, whenever they want to discharge her. So it'll be, they said it won't be soon, since she's having her next surgery next Friday on the 15th, to remove the stent in one of her kidneys. Now the stent and the stone still remain in the other kidney, so I don't know what they'll do there. I don't know the procedure or time or date, but they also want her to do a follow-up visit with the infectious disease expert as well. They want her to follow up with him, and then she wants to go to, and I don't blame her, a pain clinic, a pain specialist, another one that specializes in the urinary tract. And the female that works there, she is really good and highly recommended. And a friend of mine that was friends with me that worked at this store, she recommended her originally a long time ago. She was medicine and antibiotics for quite a while, quite some time, which she needed all this time, but the doctors wouldn't give it to her. But they'd say there's nothing wrong with you, but I'm not going to go there. But anyway, yeah, so after all this here at this place is said and done, our next move is to go to the infectious disease expert. That's the next step, is that infectious disease expert. And he's going to examine her blood again to see if there's any bacteria, because they found more bacteria in her blood a couple of days ago. Let's see, I think it was today. They did blood work early this morning, and they found some more bacteria in her blood. So that's never good, so they want to make sure they narrow it down and stop that. That's probably why they scheduled a follow-up visit with the doctor who, I'm not going to give his name, but the doctor who specializes in infectious diseases, and breaking it down to see where it's at and what it is and what's needed to continue preventative care. So with that being stated, the next step is to continue the care here and continue the rehab, and until she gets the stent removal next Friday, and then go from there, and then see what happens after that. And see what medicines need to be administered, continue these medicines afterwards, and excuse me, and continue the process. The good news is everyone here has been really good with me, and I've been really good with them, and they really took a liking to me. They said they didn't know what they'd do without me, and I'm glad because, I'm glad. I just really am glad that they took a liking to me, and I try to be really good with people, and I try to be really nice, because it's the only way to be. Is be kind. You want kindness in return, and you to be kind to others. Just be kind, put out positivity and love, and just I know we all have our moments. We all have our ups and our downs, our positives, our negatives, good moments, bad moments. We all have those. That's part of being in this human body. But without God, without the Lord, I'm telling you, this would have never happened. It was a blessing in disguise. Now, I've had a lot of dizziness lately. I got dizzy. I've had blackout spells. My head was blacking out just like this, and every time I'd move, it would just black out, and it felt like my heart and head was going boom, boom, boom. It was going up in my head and didn't feel right at all. Daddy's had a hard time on his job as well, and they've been really, kind of crappy. But you know what? That's part of life. So I'm hoping that I can keep strong, because I gotta stay strong, and I've gotta be strong for Mama. I've gotta stay strong for her. I'm so thankful for you all. I'm so thankful that we are in this facility right now, that she's getting the care she needs. And hey, show of Convoy. Hey, thanks. Thank you for the good luck wish. Thank you very much. But anyway, may the Lord continue to help us, and may we be guided in the right direction and have the positivity and healing that we need to get this done. To get her pain regulated, removed, and get her healed. So that's what we're looking forward to. Complete healing. Yep, that's it. Positivity and love. Put out positivity. Put positivity out, and hopefully receive that positivity back. Let it reciprocate. And I try to be nice and kind to everyone, and hopefully that reciprocates in return. So, yep, that's what we've got to do. The golden rule: do unto others as you want them to do unto you. Be kind to others. It's like it's not that difficult for people of this world to do, and I don't know, not enough of it does it. Oh, okay. He said your main language is not English, but you use English for sending me good luck. Thank you very, very much. So, um, kindness, peace, and love. Peace and love that's a universal thing. No matter which language you speak, no matter where you come from, what your background is, no matter what, kindness and love. Those are two things that are universal. Love is universal. So, anyway, thank you so much. Um, hey, Justin Stevenson, shout out from down the road in Murfreesboro. Hey, thanks. Shout out to you as well. Big shout out, brother. How are you doing? But yeah, I've been taking care of her, doing all I can, continuing. Peace and love to you too, buddy. But yep, just holding on strong, staying positive. And we were very worried we had lost her, and I'm hoping she continues on the path upward. Now, I will say anything is better than what she was at. But her pain came back. They put her on several things in the hospital, but they can only give one thing here, and that's the hydrocodone acetaminophen. And that does a little bit for a few hours, and at the last you can feel it wearing off. And she's in screaming pain when that happens. She just can't move, or it hurts. And she's still hurting a lot. And they said she will for a while. And then they'll remove the stent in that particular kidney next Friday. It's an appointment at his office, his facility. And they do that, and then I guess at another point we have to schedule an appointment for, at some point or other, to remove the other kidney stone in the other kidney. But the next step is to go to the infectious disease expert, and they want to, because they found more bacteria, and they want to make sure, because that other stone's still infectious. So they got rid of the worst one first, but they want to make sure there's no more infection. They want to get rid of it, put her on good antibiotics and pain medicine. So hopefully they'll continue pain medicine, because she needs that regularly. I mean, I've witnessed it firsthand. As a person who's witnessed what she's going through firsthand. I'm glad today I haven't had my blackout spells and my dizziness and my feeling pretty rough. Today I've been better, so praise the Lord for that. But anyway, she's making good progress. Yes, I mean, she's doing... If people had seen her here, they even wondered, like, why are you here first? They said they didn't even know why she was here, but then they saw... I mean, I documented on video how she was. Her arm would lift. I would lift her arm, she'd drop it. And I would have to holler at her, Mama, Mama. She would not respond until I said, Mama, over and over. And yeah, I was the only one that could get her to eat and drink and take the medicines. So they let me do all that, you know, because I was... And they let me do a lot. In the hospital and in here, they let me take care of her a lot. And they trusted me, and I'm glad they did, because she listened to my voice, and she understood me. Even when she was unconscious, she knew and remembered things that you wouldn't think she would, but she did. And, yeah. And she kept trying. She was even doing the exercises in her sleep when she was out of it. And it was a miracle she even walked with us holding her, because she doesn't remember that. And she wasn't able to move, but yet she was able to move unconsciously. Subconsciously or something. Then we got her into the wheelchair, thought we could get her to the truck, but we didn't get her to the truck. We got her to the truck, but not in it, and then we had to call the ambulance. We called 911, and they took care of it. And they stayed on the phone with me to make sure, because we were trying to keep her from falling over unconscious. I mean, just falling over, and I had to give her the Heimlich, because she tried to unconsciously drink and then fell asleep and choked on it. And she was gurgling, and that was a scary, scary thing. Her blood pressure was 38, and oxygen was 41. The top number was 38. Oxygen was 41. That is gone levels. But they said it's a miracle. She's here, and I said yes. There's no doubt it is a miracle. But the Lord, He's definitely worked with us. He's definitely worked through me and worked with me through this journey. So anyway, thank you all for being a part of this journey, and thank you for being here. I love you so much. Might post the links below. I don't know. I mean, I also put out a GoFundMe. If anyone wants to show support on there, I put out a GoFundMe. You don't have to, but you can. And I put out a GoFundMe to just try and take care of the deductible. But if you can't, I still love your prayers and your kindness, and I appreciate it more than anyone knows. So, God bless, and I will talk as soon as possible and give life updates. Thank you. Thank you for the good luck. Thank you for the prayers. Much love, everyone. God bless.